Again, we're asked to solve this one, and this way that we're asked on this particular one is to do it by graphing. And this one's a little bit different because I have a quadratic on top and I have a linear on bottom. The quadratic's the one that's shaped is a parabola, it's like that U shape, and the one on bottom is a linear, meaning that it's a straight line. So the way that we do this one is that we're going to graph both of these and find where the point is that they intersect. And you can do that by hand or you can do that on the calculator. I'll do that on the calculator now. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I go right to my y equals button. These are already solved for y, so we can just type in exactly as we see it here. So I've got an x squared minus 10x plus 19. That's my first equation. My second equation here, I'll put into y2, is negative, and the negative button is down here by the enter sign. It's not the same as subtraction, so make sure you do the negative. Negative 2x plus 3. Then I want to go to my zoom, and standard usually works. That's the positive 10, negative 10. That usually gives us enough. It'll cover, probably about 90% of the time you'll get your answer within that window. Okay, so there's my first one. There's my parabola. Now I need my second one to come into focus here, and there we go. Oh, and it looks like I can't quite tell how many times this one intersects. It looks like it does one time right there. It doesn't look like it actually goes through at all. And you can change your window to try to zoom in and take a look at it. So if we did zoom, we do window, and our x value on this one, let's just go negative 3. Let's keep it something high, maybe 7. And our y value will go negative 7, 3, something like that. And let's see what this looks like. This will give us a better picture of how many times that one actually intersects. Okay, so it curves right there. Our red one comes through, and it looks like it just touches. And if it touches, you're only going to have one answer. If it doesn't actually intersect there. So your graph is going to look closer to something like this. Okay, now I've got this one in green, but it's the same graph as the one that I have in red. The colors are just different. Okay, so what we're going to do now is look for this intersection point. We do that by hitting second trace. And option number 5 gives us our intersect. You can just type in the number 5 and that will work, or you can hit the down arrow until you get to 5 and then hit enter. Okay, and it says first curve, and you notice my cursor is way up here. You want to get your cursor somewhere down, and make sure to hit the left or right arrow. If you hit the up or down arrow, it will just switch between the two graphs. You can see my cursor do that now. But anyway, we'll get down so it's somewhat close. I'm not sure where it intersects. It's somewhere in this area, so I'm just going to hit enter. It will automatically jump to my second curve, which is my red line in this case. And I hit enter, indicating that is the second curve. Then I want it to guess, so I hit enter one last time. It will calculate it through, and it looks like it is 4. See how it says 4.000008? You'll be fine just to write that as 4. This is your computer guessing as best it can. But it looks like it's negative 4, positive 5. So your answer in this case would be negative 4, 4 comma negative 5. And let's double check that here. It is a positive 4, I'm sorry. So it is positive 4, negative 5. And you'll write it with parentheses. Don't write x equals 4 and y equals negative 5. Just write it just as you see here in this red circle will work.